Hi everyone, this is Christine from Step Out Dream Big. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today I'm going to share with you as to how crisis could be a stepping stone for your success. But before I get started, I just want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers, everyone who's viewed this video, my friends, my family, people, my connections who have reached out to me this week and told me that they are watching my videos and this has been helpful. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you for reaching out, and also thank you for sharing this video with your friends and your family. Now, if you haven't pressed the subscribe button already, now is the time that you could do that, and also like the video if you like the content I'm sharing. And don't forget to share the video with someone who you think could benefit from this. So let's get started. How could crisis be a stepping stone for your success? My first point for you guys today is crisis is an opportunity for us to grow and not be stagnated. A lot of times when we are in our comfort zones, we are just so stagnated and do not want to step out. And literally, when in times of crisis, you are kicked out of your comfort zone. And this is a time where you have to get your survival gear on and really push through. A lot of people survive a crisis and a lot of people thrive in a crisis, whereas some others they really change in a negative way. They get into depression and anxiety and all those sorts of stuff. So it's up to you how you handle the opportunity that a crisis may give you. Some ways in which you could really grow in a crisis is one, retrain your skills. Use the time, the additional time that you have to upskill, maybe in the industry that you currently are, or probably if you want to change your careers in another industry. It's also a time for us to rediscover our passion areas, rediscover those core skills, rediscover what really makes you happy. Maybe that didn't really matter all this time because you were so caught up in your comfort zone that you were just surviving and not looking how to thrive. The third is reevaluate priorities. In times of crisis, sometimes we gotta cut back and sometimes we gotta see what's really important. Well, let me ask you that. What's really important in your life? Have you reevaluated your priorities recently? This is a good time to do that. The fourth one is recognize your potential. When we are stepped out of our comfort zone, or rather kicked out of our comfort zone, a lot of times we recognize those skills, those talents, which were probably hidden and never got an opportunity to come out into the public. So recognize what those potentials are and start working on them. Crisis is also a time where you build character. As I mentioned earlier, different people handle crisis in many different ways. For some, crisis really builds them up and strengthens their character, whereas for some, it really brings them down. How you handle crisis and what you want to bring out of this crisis is up to you. A lot of times, how our character is built in times of crisis will determine what we do in the future and the greater responsibilities that we could take on in the future. So I encourage you. This is tough. We're all in this together. But let this crisis be a time where your character is built, be a time where you will stand the test of time and through this come out successful. Crisis is also a birthing ground for innovation. In this time of global pandemic, people have either lost their jobs or made to work in an entire new work atmosphere, which is absurd in a certain way. But we've got to adopt, we've got to grow. a lot of businesses as well as individuals are looking for ways to innovate. While people have lost their jobs, there's also a huge market and a need out there, but it's not yet built. And it's up to you to see how you could be innovative to fulfill the needs in the market. Now, you could either stay at home and say, I lost my job, that's the end of my career, or it's all downhill from here. Or you could say, hey, I see an opportunity and I'm going to pursue an opportunity and I'm going to make a career for myself. So it's up to you. I'm going to share a quick story with you as to how, in a time of crisis, an innovative idea helped me, in a way, step out into my potential and in an area that I'm absolutely passionate about. Back when I was in my master's program at the University of Melbourne, I had to find a job in order to pay the bills and also something that was flexible so I could still do this job when I went for my study abroad experience at Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh. So I was just looking around. I had no idea what I was searching for, but I was just looking for jobs. And I came across this one particular company which hired people to help improve their clients' communication skills. I said, hey, I like talking. I'm an extrovert. I like talking to people. Let's give this a shot. And that started something that has changed my life in a way. Because once I started teaching and being a communications coach on this online portal, I have talked to thousands of people from over 45 different nations around the world. It has helped me help people improve their communication skills, contribute into their lives, and has also opened my perspective to see it on a more of a global perspective, to see life in a global perspective. And so this crisis has really built me up and helped me in many different ways. Now, crisis is very different for different people. All I want to encourage you today before I close is attitude matters. Let's have an attitude of faith and persistence, an attitude of moving forward and not moving backward. We are in this together. And as we step out to see what opportunities are there and how these crises could really be stepping stones for the future and not crushing stones, let's work with this together. Remember, crisis is an opportunity for growth, for you to step out and not to stagnate. Crisis is a place for you to build your character for greater responsibilities in the future. Crisis is a place for innovation and a place to build your attitude as well. So let me know how you're going to use this crisis for your advantage and for to help the people around you. Again, subscribe if you haven't as yet, like the video and share it with people in your sphere of influence. Also, drop me a message and let me know how you've been doing in this time, and I promise to reply back. Thank you for watching again. Until next video, take care. Bye.